What up, music lovers? MD Panda here. Just wanted to do a quick little video for the producers and DJs out there. Wanted to cover a topic that seems to be of interest and debate lately with the whole Soundcloud and their copyright rules. And I just wanted to go over kind of the differences, the pros, cons, ins, and outs of the difference between YouTube, Mixcloud, and Soundcloud, why you'd use any one of them, a combination of them, and where each one really does the best job. So first off, I want to talk about SoundCloud. Pretty much every DJ producer that I know of has a SoundCloud account, uses SoundCloud to find music, to listen to music. There's tons of people there using SoundCloud to stream music, to listen to it, music lovers. But I also noticed that there's a lot of people confused on what to do, because when they put on a track, whether it be a remix or a mix, podcast, whatever it may be, they're having a situation where it's getting pulled. SoundCloud sending them infringements, and this is obviously very annoying. So one thing basically to note about SoundCloud is I would suggest using SoundCloud more for original content. Use SoundCloud to put up your original tracks, and just tracks that there's no risk of getting them pulled. Because a lot of the times, if you put a remix that's signed to a label, especially a major label, something owned by Universal Records, for example, there's a very, very good chance that you're going to get an infringement if you have a solid following, just because people are streaming it and then they pick up on that. The advantage to Mixcloud is that it's for DJs. It's made to put up mixes specifically. So if you do an hour-long set that features like 6 different remixes and 3 different originals by tracks that you didn't make, you downloaded it off of Beatport, you bought the track, you love the track, but if you put it on SoundCloud, you're going to get an infringement. So use Mixcloud to post your mixes specifically. They've got a pretty solid site, pretty decent following there. It is obviously still growing to the size of SoundCloud at this point, but I highly, highly recommend posting your DJ mixes to Mixcloud. Now, obviously, the disadvantage to Mixcloud is that there is no download option. So if you do a set and you want your friends to be able to download it, put it on their iPod, and listen to it whenever they want without streaming it, that is something that you're going to have to work around. Maybe use a Dropbox. Upload the mix to Dropbox, include the link in the Mixcloud description. But Mixcloud is really awesome because they pay royalties to the artists who made the tracks, so everybody wins. Then YouTube. YouTube is another really great resource. It can be a little bit tricky though. When it comes to using YouTube, for example, I have my Desert Days mix. I know some of you have heard that, and that does feature different remixes by artists of original songs, as well as original tracks that I did not produce. And so far, it has not been pulled off of SoundCloud. I do have that on my SoundCloud as well, and I have not received an infringement. But when I posted it to YouTube, probably 5 or 6 of the tracks came up flagged, actually, and I had to do something about that. I had to go in and I had to acknowledge that I did not make the tracks and tell YouTube to deal with it, and that I'm not monetizing on it. So YouTube is obviously awesome because you can monetize, you can make money off of advertising, and you can gain a following to the point that you can literally make a full-time income. I mean, there's people making millions of dollars a year on YouTube alone, but you can only monetize on your original content. Now, some people don't completely understand what original content is. Original content is just that. It's all yours. You made all of it. So if you sample the vocals from a top 40s track and you put it in a remix, that's not original because you didn't make those lyrics. Now, if you do an original track, you're doing a production, you make your kick, you make your snare, you do all this, you're using samples that are, okay to use. They're not leased, or, I mean, you can use leased stuff, of course, if you're paying for it to use it like that. But if it's, a sample that, say you stole someone's kick drum and they find out about it, that's something that they can hold you responsible for. So know that, and know where you're getting your samples, what kind of rights you have to use with your samples, and make sure that you protect yourself so that you don't get any accounts shut down, because that can be really annoying. If you have a following of thousands and thousands of people and all of a sudden your account is getting shut down because you used someone else's content, didn't give them credit, or didn't pay for it, or they're upset, or their label's upset, etc., 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 that can be really frustrating, because you can lose that entire following like that, and that's not good. So as an artist, you definitely want to protect yourself. Know these things. Know where you're sharing your content, why you're using those platforms, and really take advantage of the resources that are available. If you're using original content or you're making original content, definitely post it to Soundcloud, because people could download it. If you're trying to sell your track, if you're trying to get a track signed, post a clip or whatever, and then put in the description, send me an email or whatever for the full track, and do what you can to promote yourself, of course, but definitely protect yourself against copyright infringement and use resources appropriately. So this is just a quick little video that I wanted to put together. Like I said, this is a conversation that I've had with a few different people, so hopefully this can be useful to you, and definitely always make the most of your production, and keep at it, artists. Peace, love, y'all. MD Panda, out.